Welcome back. As I've said previously, this is time for this grid to have a split in it, this elevator, because every time I put something onto it, and every time I load the game, it gives me a warning about physical shapes limit being close. It's not there yet, but it's getting close. But I don't have anything right now that can get to the top, other than a jetpack. And I don't want to just jetpack all the way up there. So we need to build something that'll actually climb this elevator. Now, I have added this bracing in here. I had a similar brace up higher, but that's going to get in the way. I need this brace here to keep all of these grids the same grid. So, without this, I'd have 5 separate grids. My projector up there wouldn't be able to do its work. It wouldn't weld onto these on the outside. But while I'm here, let me get the HUD up. We can go into here and we can see we are actually very close to that physical shapes limit. And we are up at about, it's saying 7.7, so probably closer to 7 kilometers would be all the more I'd really want to go per section. I was hoping to get 10, but it's looking like 10 kilometers with this is going to be too much. So we need to get up there and split that. And let me grab some supplies here. Helps if I can spell. Oops. So we're going to start off up here. I do have this planned out somewhat, or at least the build part planned out. This is going to be a lot of building this episode. But we're going to start out with, whoops. Need to really not do that. We can see down there in red every time I add something. It's telling me I'm reaching the limit. So we're going to start out with that. Let's see, what am I? I'm that sci-fi armor. That'll do for now. Three. And we're going to do that times 4. So we are starting with that. Ooh, there's some numbers I forgot to write down. I'll have to go get those later. And then on top of this, we're going to do whoops. I'm going to do that just to mark where something's going to And once again, we're doing that times 4. I didn't do that. Okay. Something ain't right there. I'm too close. It's this side. Come on, get off that. There we go. So we've got all this starting to build up some structure. There's going to be a little more structure than that, but that's what I'm starting with here. Let me switch these wheels out. Go with the standard wheels here. Or the more vanilla, the non-off-road version. And how'd I set that up? Is it as I look here? No, it's going to be as I do here. So we want the 5x5 short. And let's change this over to my goodness, I wish you weren't so close to that. No, wait. I can't put those on yet. I need to weld all this up, or at least weld up the pistons, and then I'll be back. Well, I made it back. I made those pistons, got them welded up. Also got them extended out. So let's see, where was I? I was here. Said I want 5x5 short. I want it in there. I need steel. Now, the reason I have the pistons is to get these wheels to spawn in. I have to have them pulled out, where these won't be the final position. You know, I'll move it back in. But it either have to move these wheels out or take out part of my elevator here. And once you start getting bigger structures like this, the game starts having problems when you take stuff out of that structure. So I extend it out on pistons, and I'm adding my wheels out here. Then I'm going to draw those pistons back into position. So let me get all these in. And I think I had better leave these out while I weld up these wheels, or at least the tire section of the wheels. I don't think it'd cause a problem to draw them in, then weld them up, but I'm not going to take my chances. All right, let me grab some. Why am I not adding those in? Guess I'm too fast for it. I don't think I have that many large steel tubes down there. It might take a while to build all those out. I forgot one. I forgot two. I forgot a bunch of them. I'll go put those in here in a little bit. I think that's a full build planner, yeah. And that's almost an empty hydrogen bottle. There may be a lot of cutting out and choppy here because there's a lot of places to weld, and that's going to take up a lot of time, and I don't want to put you guys through that much. So I'll probably cut the camera here, get all these wheels welded up and the rest of them placed. Then we'll come back once again after I've got that done. Well, I got all that welded up. I went ahead and welded up the suspension also because I remembered I'll probably need to move those wheels around. And that took a while. Night has fallen. Added some light, some extra light, so we've got a little bit to work with here. But first, as I said, I need to move those wheels. Oh, I forgot I've got that connected. Okay, those are hidden. That'll work out. So just all these short wheel. Just do that. Let's go. Hit the right buttons. Make sure it did not get okay. Leave those all there for now. Turn steering off. And for now, I can move those all down like that. And now, I come in here. We're going to reverse all these. I have already set a minimum distance, so it should only bring it in to where I need it. Just do it like this. if we walk out here, you can see those wheels are off the tower, which is exactly what I want for now. Now we need to connect up all 4 of these sections. And let's see, I think I'm going to start from off of here. Is this an access port anymore? Can't cheat this. No, it's not going to let me do that. Going down. And let's go back to... And I forget how far out I need to do these. Like that, so off of this. Okay, you've got that. Now it's going to be here, under there. Now we need... Whoops. Do that. Now we're going to make sure to turn these off, so as we weld them up, it won't cause any problems. Oops, wrong one. Forgot I need to grab more material here. That is all of them. Let me get rid of some steel here. This looks like it might take a few trips. Now that we've done all of that, I'm going to save. Now let's get this connected up. And it's not wanting to go. It's lined up. Did it get? Let's move on to another corner. Don't know why that's not wanting to go. There we go. That connected. That went. And that went. Oh, I see what I did. Not that I really need this corner now, but it didn't like something there. So we now have all of that connected. Let me grab some steel. Nope. And I'm going to reinforce these corners and get rid of these merge blocks, because I don't need the merge blocks there. I just needed it to connect up.
Energy low.
Let me go take care of that. Go ahead and grab some hydrogen while I'm here. Didn't really need to, but I was there anyways. Now, I need to find a way to secure this platform, because the pistons are going to have to go. Do I have enough room in here? It's going to let me put in some of those, so I can do that. And I can do that. And just so you know, I don't know how long this video is going to go, but I want to get this thing functional. It may not be 100% built, but it'll be functional before we wrap up this episode. Let's see, where was I? I need stuff. That being said, now that I've got those, I'll probably leave the pistons, or at least one piston, connected. Let me turn these off. I now need to get in some batteries. See, I don't have any steel. Nope. Where do I want to put my batteries? Let me get rid of these. Well, I'm thinking about that. You know what? These corners are as good a spot as any to put a battery. Buttons. Find the right buttons. I'm not making any power cells down there. Need to add that to the list temporarily. And I will dump all of that in there. It's in custom data. As soon as I can find it. And let me find in this list. Be nice if I could search through this. Hopefully, reactor, thrust, gravity, medical, radio, detector, canvas, explosives, power cell. Let's make that 80 for now. No. Let's go ahead and do that. There it goes. Well, it's chewing through all of that. Get all 4 of those. Let me go ahead and put these on recharge. Oh, I need to name these. Yeah, not the fastest at doing this. No. Okay, let's see where our production's at. We're still working on some power cells. We've got them all. So what I'm going to do is go back into programmable block. Go back into here. And put that back at 0. Because we don't need those all the time. Power cells take up a lot of room. You know what? There's a better way to do this. How full is that? Let's call that full. No. Get in. Get control. Let's see if I can't squeeze this little thing in here. Oof. See, I'm probably going to be better off here. Problem is I don't want to weld up the steel plates next to it. Find out where I'm at here. So I should be able to come in, pull stuff from right here. Now we've got batteries there on recharge. Squeeze out, go back out. I'm going to fill in that platform down there with steel plate. And I don't think you guys need to watch all of that. I'll get a few more things laid out. Then I'll come back. Well, now that we've got a surface to work off of, or removed all the pistons, that also allowed these batteries to get charged up. We're going to need a connection on this thing to the tower so we can charge batteries when we need to, pull supplies possibly. So let's go ahead. That looks like as good a spot as any. And we're going to put that on there. Let me name that. Looks kind of naked back here, just hanging out, but we'll leave it like that for now. Some of this is just temporary, just to give me enough platform to get up there and work off of. Let me name. I'll leave it like that for now. There's still some setup to do on that. Well, let me temporarily put a connector in over here just to connect to and continue to charge. Why can I not? Let me reverse that. Oh wait, that's not going to move because I don't have any power on it. I only need one. Let's leave it at that. And we can switch lock. Now we've got power. Put that back on. So we've got a connection. I'm not going to be able to pull stuff through there, but that's okay. I just need the power. Now we need to get the wheels set up. But first, I need to put them, kind of name them and put them in groups so I know what's what and what's where here. Let's just go. And this is a somewhat random order. And I think you get the idea from there. Now that we've got all that, we need a control seat of some kind here. So do I have one laid out? Not really. See, I don't think I need the full control seat. Just go with one of those. I don't have any displays down there. Well, apparently I had some. I do have some displays. I wonder where I've got those for. Let's put it over here so we've got a view. And this is most likely a temporary one. Okay, let me go through here and group these up now. Now that I've got that done, we can probably now I've got these all grouped up in the there. I could probably have just done it there. So from here, let's set our speed limit to something very low. And then we're going to do that. So with a little positive override, we can see they're not all spinning the same direction. And we do want them all to spin the same direction. So now that we've got everything named, I can see one needs to go. Yep, looks like all of our odds need to switch. we can invert propulsion. Invert there. Invert there. Nope, not that one. This one. Invert. And now we can see we're all spinning the same direction. Oops. Put that back to 0. Oops. Get those stop spinning. Going to move the strength down to 0 for now. And I want to slowly move this in. If I go too fast, or at least in my experience, if I move them in all at once, all the way to the final distance at once, it can damage the pillar, and I don't want to do that. So we're going to start with, negative 0.8. Oh, I know what's going on. No, they're on. Maybe I need a little suspension strength for them to actually move. And my final destination here should be, in my testing so far, that's kind of where I want to be. And those still have not moved. There we go. See, now we're in contact. I'm going to try it there at just 20 for now. It may be a case of it's okay at slower speeds, but as we speed up, that may not be enough. But get out and check, make sure everything is in contact here. Let's lose that. I'll keep that on. We don't need those there. Let's group that up. I forgot to name the connector. Now, let's see if we can't go through this. Let's do recharge on off. Switch lock. I thought I'd named that piston. Lift connector piston. Do a reverse on that. Get my locks. Switch lock there. Want to increase propulsion override. Decrease. So we'll run a reset there. Let's also put our speed limit in here. Decrease speed limit. So that should all be ready. Now let me get closer. To go. I think I've got all my wheels in place. I've got all that set. Always like to have a separate save of stuff, just in case. Let me turn auto that retract. So that did pull away. We can unlock that. I forgot to change friction. Move the power all the way up. Let's move the friction all the way up. And that is indeed moving. I've got my speed limit still down at 1, so it's not going to move fast, but let's increase the speed. While that's moving, let me get one more thing set up here. And if I were to hit my parking brake, stops immediately and stays put. I don't think there's anything in my way up there. Guess I'll find out. Okay, from the sound of it, it may be damaging the rails a bit. We'll have to see on our way back down. Go slow. Kind of hard to go slow going down, but so we are on our way up. I think next time, I forgot to bring like anything with me. That's okay. I think next time we're going to be up there and we're going to work on getting this thing split. I will see you next time.